Hello and welcome to On the Way Moments, a podcast from St. Anthony on the Desert Episcopal Church here in beautiful Arizona, hot Arizona right now.
Yes, it is.
I'm Will Strong.
And I'm Jill Kyler.
We're your host. And today's episode is going to be one of the segments we call Just a Moment, when Jill and I can discuss topic that we kind of feel interesting, we find interesting, and that we hope you will too. We talk about what are reminders of things you probably already know, but from our own unique perspective and stories.
Yes, indeed.
So, Jill, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, lately I've been reading a lot about how to become a better human being. And I thought, well, in this day and age, what a great topic to cover, because after a year and a half pseudo sabbatical from being in the human race, we're all re-entering, and it would be good to have a few reminders about how we should be acting. And our old ways of acting probably aren't going to serve us well now.
No.
So we'll be learning as we go. But I just thought it would be a good thing to bring up a few points that might be of interest.
I think that's great. So, what are some ways that you would suggest that we can become better human beings?
Well, I guess the first one would be showing kindness to others. And we'd never realize how much difference showing someone else kindness makes in their lives and our lives. And especially when that kindness is shown to someone that we don't even know.
Right.
Because I know personally that when I show someone an unexpected kindness, just their reaction, it brightens my whole day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then on the other hand, when I have an opportunity to show somebody a kindness and I blow it, it bothers me.
Yes.
And it bothers me for a long time.
And
then there's kindness, and being unkind just takes up a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. There's so much energy to be unkind. And I mean, we always think of those stories and we think of those people that, the Starbucks lines that everybody buys the coffee for. And that's just something it's something so small, but it brings that joy to that person behind us.
Absolutely.
And
ourselves.
And ourselves, absolutely. And it's easy to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes. Most times.
It can be a habit.
It can be a habit. That's a good point, yeah. And to be a better human being, we can be kind, and it doesn't cost much, anything. So I like that. That's a good one. So what else is on your list?
Oh, well, the next one would be gratefulness. And this is a big one for me, because if I were to concentrate on all of the not so good parts of my life, I would really miss out on the fantastic things that are happening every day. So I'm a firm believer in that when one door closes, another door opens. And I found that open door usually leads to a place that's so much better than where I was trying to get to.
Absolutely.
So I've tried in the past, sometimes very successfully, sometimes not, to keep a gratitude journal.
Oh, nice.
And just write down a couple of things that that have happened that I'm particularly grateful for. And I love going back and reading it, because half of the time I've forgotten about it. So it helps me kind of relive all the things that I have to be grateful for.
That's an awesome idea. I really like that gratitude journal idea.
Yeah.
That's cool. So thinking of gratitude today, what would you say you're grateful for?
I'm grateful for this day, this sunny day. I'm grateful for my colleagues that I'm working with, Shane and you, Will. Yeah. So, and being able to do this podcast.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just a moment.
Just a moment. I like it. So what's another thing on your list of being a good human being, or how to be a better human being?
Shut up and listen.
Thank you, I will.
Okay, good. Now that I have your attention. It's just a basic need that all of us be heard and be acknowledged. And in this culture of multitasking that we live in, very seldom do we really stop and listen to what a person is saying or not saying.
Yeah.
And I think that this is another gift that we can give each other by just taking time and listening to what somebody else is trying to say.
What a lost, it's unfortunate. It's kind of a lost art.
Yeah.
Because we all sit and think of, what am I going to say next? What am I going to say next?
I mean, think Washington, D.C.
Right.
Yeah.
Think for sure. I mean, what are we going to do next? What am I going to say next? This is what they're saying, but this is what I'm thinking. And I like that. So.
Yeah, and you find that happens a lot in group talk, where you're so busy constructing what your answer or your opinion's going to be that you're not hearing what anyone else is saying.
Absolutely.
And it takes a little work, but back off from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think another thing with that is when we ask questions, it's okay to have that silence.
Exactly.
And to because I think the studies like it takes 15 to 20 seconds for an answer to come out. And I realize that in youth ministry, it's like, be okay, be comfortable with that, because they're thinking, we're thinking. And so that's a good point.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people just don't like the silence. Yeah. I love this.
Oh, I know. People are very uncomfortable with it. It's like, oh, what next?
So I like that. Shut up and listen. I will do better of that. Do you have another one on your list?
I do.
I love it.
Worry less.
Ooh.
And I was brought up in a family where my mom was the chief worrier. And so we just let her take it all over. And I guess I went the opposite way. And I didn't worry at all, which was probably not a good thing either. That got me into some trouble. But some of the studies that I've read said that 97% of what you worry about never happens. So when you think about all the days and the months you've been worried about something that never happened, and how if you could stop that even a little bit, all that extra time you would have.
What are you going to think about?
Oh my goodness. Maybe, you could show a little kindness to
Seriously.
people, listen. I mean, it would free up so much of your life.
Yeah.
So that's...
I like that one. Yeah, growing up, my mom would always call me the worry wart. I worry about everything. Things that are impossible to worry about, I find myself.
Yeah, you and my mom.
I get it. I understand. So do you have any more on your list that you can challenge us with?
I do. And this one, I really try to do without talking about.
Okay.
So here I am talking about it. But I especially don't talk about it around my daughter.
Okay.
And that's that I try to live each day as if it were my last. And that's not morbid or anything like that, but it's just paying attention to what's going on right now. I found that I was living so much in the future, the next big project, the next mission trip. Oh, how are we going to do the Sunday worship service? That I never experienced anything except in my mind, in the planning. And because by the time whatever I was thinking about got here, I was already thinking about something else. So I am really trying to stay in the moment and pay attention to every day what's going on now.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, because Christmas is going to come.
I mean, seriously.
Whether I plan it or not, it's going to come.
And this morning I was sitting there thinking about, oh man, I got to, plan for my mom wants to come out at Christmas. So I was thinking about that. And it's just... I'm already thinking about things that are 6 months down the road now.
And you do have to do something.
You do have to plan, and it is a good thing. But it's like when it becomes so,
that's where you live.
Exactly, and we miss that opportunities of kindness. We miss opportunities to be grateful when we're stuck in that moment, and then it causes us worry. So it's like all of this is, Jill, this is all tied together.
It's a big cake. It's a big cake.
Oh, I bet you have one more. I bet
I do. My last one. And this was the hardest one for me, and that's to forgive. And I don't mean to say that I can't forgive things that happen or people who do things, because I can. I think I'm very forgiving, unless somebody does something to someone I love.
Absolutely.
And then I don't forgive. No, I don't forget. I don't forgive. And just recently, I was able to come to the resolution of a grudge that I've been dragging around with me for years, maybe a couple of decades, possibly. And it involved somebody I loved who got hurt. And I had the opportunity to talk to this person about the incident, and she couldn't remember anything about it.
Hmm.
And I remembered everything that happened in excruciating detail. And it kind of lived in my head.
Mm.
And I thought, I'm the only one this is bothering. Because it's certainly not bothering the person who caused the hurt. Not bothering that person at all. And the person who was hurt that I was so concerned about it was not even a blip on her screen. So I was able for the first time to let this thing go.
That's awesome. That's wonderful.
And it was like such a relief, such a weight was lifted. And you don't realize how much forgiveness is for your own, spiritual, mental, physical health.
Yeah.
And I'm just, so I'm really pleased about that.
That's great.
It's not to say I'm ever going to be friends with that
No,
person,
of course not.
but I don't have to be. That's
You don't
not
have to
even.
be.
That's not even important.
Right.
So.
But in going back to your list, it is. We can be kind. We can be to those people that we hold those grudges to. Friends, no, but kind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's, and I always think about this, when you have to forgive somebody, it's like you said, it's not for that person.
Right.
It's for you. We're the ones that are holding on to those grudges and those feelings of violence, bitterness, anger.
All of this.
All of the above,
all of
Name
this.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Anything negative.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
For sure. And, there's so many more.
There are.
But I feel that if you can just concentrate on one or maybe two, that you can actually improve your life.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're all connected.
Absolutely.
But if, someone listening might resonate with just one of these ideas and think, yeah, I could work on that.
Yeah.
Then that would make this all worthwhile.
I like that. I love that idea. And so what we would ask, that's all we have for today, but what we would like is let us know your ways that you are becoming a better human being. We'd love to share that and share with us and take some of the things that Jill said and take them and own them and try them. And then let us know what works, what didn't work, where you find your life becoming better. And be sure, we're trying, we're working hard on this. So give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We're on iTunes, we're on YouTube right now. But until next time, we just want to take a moment to say thank you and thanks for listening and watching and go out, be a better human being. And that's all for now.
Okay, take care.